All right, so
Bottom line.
I'm feeling real good about all my bets for Trump winning the presidency. I feel like I'm ready to push the action a little harder. I think I can call his VP candidate with a great deal of certainty.
Trump's
I feel
behind on the
almost
polls
sure.
now.
Oh,
Okie dokie. It's a year out, remember?
That's true. You know, the polls were relevant last week when he was ahead. Now that he's behind, shush, pish posh.
Pish posh. That's for the birds. Like
I said Trump was going to win when he was way behind in the polls. Polls mean nothing to me. I know Trump's going to win.
So who's getting the VP? Tell us.
Oh, Nikki Haley, 100%.
Nikki Haley,
100% Nikki Haley. Yeah, he's going to get himself a brown lady who's pretty stand next to him up there. It's going to be a good look. He's going to have an anti-Kamala.
it's got to be a lady.
move.
I think that's
I
a
like
good
it.
move.
And
I got a brown lady that can talk. What do you got?
Nikki,
That doe-eyed goofball over there? Get out of here. She's only like an 8 black or something.
Shameful.
what was I gonna say?
Nikki's all Indian.
He needs someone he can
she got backed
control.
by the Koch brothers. Am I pronouncing
Koch
it? Is it
brother.
Koch?
Yeah, one of them died, but
I didn't do that on purpose.
The
but
Koch
yeah,
brothers are a different group of brothers.
You know,
I've
don't
met
judge
them
my-
and I don't
they
like them.
also endorse her. She's
my
cute.
information.
They also
died.
endorse her, but for very different
That's
reasons.
me and Taylor.
We're the Koch brothers.
And the Koch brothers, we like it too. All right, Koch brothers, get out of here.
It's brother.
Our flag is 2 crossed penises.
But yeah, so now she has limitless funding? Question mark. And
Ooh.
it's still an interesting race. Undeniably, Trump is killing it right now. He's just running away with the Republican nomination. And
Everybody's a goof. Everybody else up there just keeps stumbling over
I
themselves.
like them. I like a few of them. I like the little guy that reminds me of Aziz Ansari. It's like, I'd love to. I would
Vivek
vote for Aziz
Ramaswamy.
if I had a vote. Aziz
DeSantis couldn't have
is
got
so
better
much- it
fake
rolls off the tongue.
shoes.
Yeah,
DeSantis
we
really couldn't.
we've
found
gone in
a
on
pair
him
of
for his
shoes.
shoes many times. He looks like a
I like
football
the
geezer.
fuck.
He's not going anywhere.
No,
He'd make a good
not after
sheriff,
that.
maybe.
No, he wouldn't even make a good
Sheriff.
sheriff. Everybody would
Let's
mock him,
lower
and they'd
him
be like,
down.
"Look at, there's no toes in his boots," and he'd be
what
like,
would he be
"Shut
good
up."
at? Comptroller?
Governor of fucking Florida. He's nailing that. Like, leave him down there. Let him do his job.
Yeah,
But he
keeps him in
can't
line
run
down
again.
Can you
Because
not?
Unfortunate.
you only run twice in a row. And I don't know if it's
Oh,
twice
Florida.
lifetime or twice in a row, but it's
Yeah.
one of those.
I
didn't
heard
know
that as well. So he needs a new career. I'm thinking in the Trump cabinet. Obviously,
I'm
Put him
thinking
in energy department, something we don't care about. Something,
It's funny. So DeSantis doesn't go at Trump very much, but Trump goes at DeSantis hard.
Well, DeSantis tried to go at Trump, but then he realized what everybody else realizes, which is I'm not as good at this as Trump is.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go at Trump, Trump's just like, oh, cool, I'm gonna like make up names for you and make fun of how
You're
tiny you
100% right.
are.
Trump's
Yeah.
charm doesn't sink in, like in my brain anyway. You know, when he calls him Ron DeSanctimonious, I'm like, that is not a good insult. But he just sticks with it forever, and I guess it works.
That's true. That's
the
the
way
worst.
he made
says
fun of
it.
his heels recently. That was
That's the
good.
worst one that he's ever come up with.
He's like, you see him walk? You see him walking on his tippy toes?
Yeah.
I wish I could be
Joe.
Chief Nick's nickname czar for Trump.
You'd be better than Trump.
Somebody,
he'd be
wait.
fun.
Does Trump?
I
come
just want to
up with
write
his nicknames
zingers. I just want to
himself?
write zingers for Trump. I want to
Run the shithead.
sanctimonious.
Just any of
I don't know
them.
what's more full of shit. Those fake boots or his policies. Like you could just constantly nail him. Like you could tear him apart if you just don't care.
Crooked
And Trump clearly
Hillary.
doesn't care
Crooked
about
Hillary.
All the
looking mean
nicknames
or
are
looking
great.
like
Oh,
he's
like
hitting
wait,
the
like
bell.
one second into a debate with Trump, like if DeSantis is even up there, he's gonna be like, "Ron, that mic, it's a little high up. It's a little high up. Can you lower that down a bit? Lower it."
Can we get him
knows-
inside
over
the
there.
podium?
And then like he'd just
Can we
be
bring
saying
that
this
podium down
before it
for him?
even started. He'd be like, "And everyone knows what I'm talking about, don't we, folks? Little guy, little guy." People walk in, they say, "What a little guy."
Why don't you walk a mile in my shoes? You're walking a mile in yours.
Don't worry, they're your size. We're both. Or no, what's your size? What's your shoe size? Like he would just toy and play with DeSantis, and DeSantis has the charisma of a wet paper bag, and so he'd get owned.
Yes,
He sucks.
he would.
Trump is a stand-up comedian. You okay? Like you can't heckle a stand-up comedian; he'll just own you. And that's what
Yeah.
all these politicians don't understand is they're like, well, why don't I like try a little thing? And it's like, no, you're not clever or funny. He's been on like network television for a reason.
Yeah,
They didn't give him that show just because he was rich. They gave him that show because, like, oh man, this guy knows how quips and little
So why
lines
isn't he
and
doing the
zingers.
debates?
He knows how to be funny.
Well, he's not doing the debates because the problem is like at a certain if he gets up against somebody who's like, okay, but can we
Keep him
talk about like
semi-kill.
politics and like serious stuff? He's like, nah, I just want to have fun up here. You know?
Can I
That
say
kinda
why
looks-
I think it's a good? I think it's a good idea for him not to do debates because he has everything to lose and nothing
He's
to
running
gain.
away with it.
And when you've got him, the less of him you see, the better. Like if he's up, the longer he's up there, the better the chance he makes some sort of foible or mistake. He messes something up. But
makes them look like peers when they're all on the same stage.
Well,
Fighting for
I
the
was
same
going to
job.
say,
Yeah, it
the
raises
psychology is kind of like, I'm the king of the castle. I've already won. This is a waste of my time.
exactly.
And
It's like, you should come on the debate stage with us. And it's like, why? I'm the nominee.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't decided if you're the nominee yet. No, I am. You guys are just playing dress up. Like, he's
they're playing for
totally
VP.
fucking. Yeah,
I feel like they're playing for VP.
It's a huge power move to be like, there's no reason because I'm the nominee. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think it would be a very strong move for him to select a VP super early. Like the earlier, the better. I like the idea. Right now, it's Biden or Trump, but you could make it very quickly Biden and Harris. Biden, Harris, Trump, Haley. I don't know. For some reason,
He should be telling everybody, hey, watch the debates because that's how I'm going to pick my VP. He should say, are you guys going to watch the VP debates tonight?
That'd be sick. Yeah.
That was funny.
Everybody tune in and let me know which one's going to be my VP. Let me know. Maybe none of them. Maybe they all suck.
Man, I wish he'd come back to Twitter.
What if he hosted the debates? That would be funny.
That would be great.
There was a brief moment when I thought the Republicans were crazy enough to make him the Speaker of the House. And that would have been such a weird thing to happen.
Dude, that would have been terrible for Trump. That's such a step down in public perception.
You see, Trump has his charms, but they would not work in that job.
Yeah,
he would just take L after L after L, trying to herd cats.
And there's not that level of attention on it. And he is,
it would be if he was Speaker of the House. There'd be a ton of attention, and it would all be negative on his inability to get that very slim majority.
No one goes president down to Speaker of the House. Like it would,
but he would be filling in temporarily. He'd be like, he offered. He was like, if my country calls upon me in its hour of need, I will step
He
forward.
didn't really offer. He wouldn't have done it. Like that's a bad move if you're running for president to take an office way below it. Like that,
especially an office where you're right, where you're a guy known for making deals, and it's like the most impossible place to make deals, and 99% of them will fail.
Yeah.
So just be constant news articles like, oh, I guess Trump can't really make deals because he couldn't get these two guys. It's like no one could have got those two guys.
Yes, I think Vito's right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It'll be when do they like
constantly been savaging him? And
when does it actually kick off? Like
it's like a month away, right? The first vote.
Yeah.
Is it less?
Is it Iowa? Where do they go first? New Hampshire, Iowa.
Iowa's usually the first one, right?
The caucus.
The caucus of Iowa. I wonder why Iowa gets to go first. Was that like a dice roll many years ago, and they just are like, we're in first, but you can't take it away from us. We're first.
January 15th, so it's more like 6 weeks.
Okay.
I think I still got some money in my predicted account. You guys ever do that thing?
No, I've never used that. Kyle, you need to get on that and predict it because you've had some good predictions sports wise, and who knows that could.
I've picked some champs preseason, and it's not like I'm just throwing a dart at a board. I'm picking a good team, but still,
I'm terrible.
You called the Avalanche
a
couple of years ago.
I did.
Vito, I'm super bad.
With my
I went big. I was like, there's no way Andrew Yang is not the New York City mayor. I put like $500 on Yang. I'm like, he's Asian. He loves math. This is what New Yorkers want.
Hey, give me someone
there
who
was
loves
a
math.
Black guy. You should have bet on the black guy. So obvious in hindsight.
Why wouldn't you bet on the black guy over the Asian guy? There's way more black people than Asians in New York.
Did you guys hear George Santos rat everyone out?
No.
I heard he intended to.
Is he the gay guy?
Yeah.
He's gay. He was married, so he's got to be biased or something. I don't know. He's whatever you tell him you want to be. Oh, he pretends to be Jewish. He pretends to be gay. He pretends to be rich.
Yeah.
Native American.
To be a world-class volleyball player for reasons.
I think he might be a Jewish. Whatever.
He's not Jewish, but he said he was Jew-ish, like similar to a Jew.
Yeah, he's like,
but I'm also pretending to be.
I'm
Jewish.
in the style of a Jew. I can't believe it's not Jew.
How far did he go?
So he was on this podcast or radio show or something, and they're expelling him from Congress for his financial frauds and such. And he's like, I care what they think. These guys, they're all like drunk, fucking lobbyists at night. They can't show up the next day to vote because they're so hungover. It's like, I don't care what they think. They act like I got the morality problems. They got the morality problems. I should look up the quote, but I'm pretty close.
He's got to name names though.
Who was that? Like young?
It's not fun until they name
who was
names.
like that young right wing paralyzed politics guy from a couple years ago?
His name is Madison Crawford.
Yeah,
he got voted out.
Didn't he come out and he was like, "There's all these people are doing coke and acting like freaks at sexual parties, and it's disgusting. Cocaine fueled orgies." And then like immediately didn't stuff come out like photos of Madison Cawthon at a cocaine fueled orgy arise. and everyone was like, haha, he was there too. And it's like, but he was telling the truth. They are having cocaine fueled orgies. And then they released his fucking malfeasances when he started talking about their eyes wide shut parties.
Yeah.
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 That's what it was. That's why they killed Kubrick.
Wait, let me have the floor for a second.
in.
Some of his quotes. Within the ranks of the U.S. Congress, there's felons galore. There's people with all sorts of shisty backgrounds. I have colleagues who are more worried about getting drunk every night with the next lobbyist they're going to screw and pretend like none of us know what's going on to sell off the American people. He added that some do not show up to vote because they're too hungover, and whatever the reason is, or not show up to vote at all and just give out their card like fucking candy for someone else to vote for them. I don't know. Does he mean a proxy vote or like voters voting? I'm not sure. This shit happens every single week. Where are the ethics investigations? So yeah, he basically tattled on the other people for fucking lobbyists and voting the way they want them to.
I mean, I believe them. Like they're definitely fucking lobbyists and corrupt as shit. Like that's not even news. Like,
yeah. And the insider trading, I think, is a big thing too.
That's why
all these in there. That's so fucking crazy that everyone's just like, this is fine. A bunch like every one of these people is
Trump will root out corruption and drain the swamp.
No, Trump will fit right in. Like, you're saying there's cocaine.
These parties are fucking gay. I've been to better parties than this on like Wednesdays, guys. Like that's
the dig.
This is a Wednesday afternoon party.
Is like a Wednesday party and it's Friday. You guys are lame.
He's like, he brings out like a coke testing kit. That would be, like that would be nice if Trump got in again and then he started wearing a GoPro to the coke orgies, showing us what was really happening behind the scenes. He shows us like what politicians are just terrible at fucking and which ones are good at it, and then that changes the votes. You see Lindsey Graham getting, deep dicked by a fucking bad dragon strapped to the, head lobbyist of the energy corporations.
I'll show you why they call me Lindsey Graham.
It's because I'm a straight. I'm just a straight 65-year-old unmarried Southern man is what I am. Is I'm as heterosexual as they come.
All right,
eligible bachelor down here. You leave Lindsey Graham alone.
He's just a straight man. Lots of conservative Republican straight man get to age 68 with no families and and very dubious weekend activities. That guy's gay. Is there a predicted line on that? Because at my house that Lindsey Graham is gay and that he's going to
go to the bathhouse because those sauna. It's so calming in there.
It's
all your friends all are there, and you run around. And put on her little towels.
My blood pumping.
All right, Lindsay. My name is Lindsay for
yeah, Lindsay.
When your parents named you Lindsay, that was for a reason.
Just be gay, Lindsay. It's okay. Just be gay. Just come out and be loud and proud gay. This is Lindsey Graham hiding it as best he can. He'd be leading the parade if he was a Democrat. He'd be at the very front with tassels on his nipples, skipping.
Jesus Christ.
That's what Lindsey Graham would be doing.
Poor Lindsey Graham.
Oh, you don't have to feel sorry for me, sweetheart. That's what he would say if you said that to him. You don't like that?
Dude, do you remember?
You're one of my constituents.
You guys are too young for this one. 2007, the Larry Craig scandal.
What did he do?
He was a Republican senator from Idaho. And I guess he would go to these bathrooms and get fucked or sucked off or whatever. So his move was like, while he was sitting on the toilet, is he'd slide his foot into your what is it called? Stall. I couldn't get stand out of my head. He would slide his foot into your stall and like tap it or just touch your foot.
Playing footsie.
To see it. Yeah. And so they like got him on it. They're like, dude, you're having gay sex in these things. You hit on me. I don't want to fuck you. And he's like, no, I'm not hitting on you. I go poo with a wide stance. That's how I do it.
I remember the wide stance. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, I remember him being like, no, dude, I just got to go wide, you know? And it's like, dude, nobody goes wide and then taps your foot like 20 times and starts like pushing your cock through the wall. Yeah.
Was there any like, was it like The Sopranos where at first they thought it was okay, and then they found out that he was the one sucking the dicks? On the other side, they're like, all right, but why are all the knees of your pants so
Why'd
warm?
you cut that hole in there? That's just for ventilation, man. It gets stinky in that stall. Okay. And then my penis was smelling so bad that I thought I would push it through there and try to get the stink off it in the other room.
It's a defensive hole, like a bunker in case there's a shooter, by the way, to put my gun through it.
Exactly. I was trying to save lives.
That he says, I'm just a wide guy. Zach, please show this guy's picture. That he didn't fit in a single stall.
I'm just imagining him like really wide, just tap, 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 tap. Like I really hope that he wasn't innocent, because that's
a wide guy right there. That's a guy. Look, I could get away with that excuse. This man is not wide enough.
Well, this is a guy before, he hasn't had his session today, and he's just thinking about it.
I can't wait to go to the public bathroom and tap feet with men until one of them turns out to be homosexual. And
did they like set up a sting and like capture him, or how did they get this fiend?
Yeah, how did they find out about this? First of all,
we got him.
That's the thing in the gay community. If you tap the evidence 5 times,
yeah, it's like with the Harvey Weinstein shit where they like have the girls describe his fucked up dick, and they're like, "Fuck, he got me. His dick does taste like lemons or some shit."
Yeah, turn that way.
Yeah, he uses a natural lemon shampoo, leave some rind on there.